And we've already, obviously, some of this, what I'm going to ask you in a second, has already been woven in with what we've been talking about. We talked about the challenges, but what do you think are some of the solutions then? If you haven't already said, if you've already said it, you can recap it a little bit. But what do you think are some of the solutions to the differences in the generations?
Um, you have to have singable hymns and songs, and by singable I mean your average, you know, musically illiterate member can can sing along with your other member who has been reading music for years, and so excessive syncopation or awkwardness in the intervals, or extreme high and low ranges. I typically stick to about an octave and a third,
Hmm.
occasionally an octave and a fifth. If you get much wider than that, you instantly lose people. Um, and obviously, overall, have to sing theological words
Mm.
that aren't just shallow and overly repetitious,
Mm.
and that holds up with some of the gospel hymns, all the way into the modern worship songs. If you're just saying the same thing over and over and over again, it after a while just feels like a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we sing, some theologically heavy songs that you have to think about, and we do, some songs that are much more simple. But I would say overall, keep your theology centered and deep, and folks will will be more inclined to accept another generation's song if it is theological, and instrumentation. Use the organ. It's okay
I was going to ask you, since you're an organ guy, to
to
speak to that.
have organ music
Uh-huh.
on hymns that were written last year.
Mm.
That's okay. It's also okay to use the guitar when it will help to enhance your song. Use the violins, flute, whatever instruments you have. Use them to help, I guess, enhance and not to overpower. And
Hmm.
organists have to watch out for that,
Yeah.
just like amplified instruments have to watch out. But I have found that the organ actually supports singing more effectively than any other instrument. It sustains. It supports underneath, and it also sings above. And so you can support hundreds of of voices with the organ easier than you can with any other instrument. And so we use it for everything that we do, even if it's a modern hymn from the Gettys or Sovereign Grace. and it just helps bolster our singing.
I,
Also, sing a cappella. Sometimes
mm-hmm,
people love hearing themselves
yeah,
singing,
mm-hmm,
and so don't always have the instruments all the time. Um, and that has helped. I have heard from 16-year-olds all the way up to 90-year-olds sing more a cappella, and they just seem to love hearing themselves, you know, and that's not a selfish thing, but just hearing the voices all harmonizing as one sound unto the Lord
yeah.
is amazing.
There's something powerful about going a
Amazing
cappella.
love.
Um,
Yes.
one thing that recently we've tried, you can do this if you can hold a pitch and lead people, is ending one song in one key, in the same key as the next song, and the instrument's dropping out on the first verse of that second
Yeah.
song, and then coming back in. Now you got to make sure that you keep that pitch for that
Yes, you
verse.
do.
We did that with "Be Thou My Vision," and so we slowed it down. "Be Thou My Vision" was very prayerful, and as it should be, and
Yes.
and we slowed it down and we sang it, and then the instruments just built as we went along, and that was very powerful. So that's just one idea somebody might get some help from. I don't want to keep you for too long here. I wanted to. This has been all very very helpful, and if you're watching this and you have some other things to add, some thoughts that you have about this, we'd welcome you to put those in the comment section at the bottom of this post. But I wanted to ask you a few final questions. These are very general. Two questions specifically. One is, what is your favorite resource for music ministry? What do you use a lot? What do you find yourself using all the time?
The hymnal,
Oh,
which seems obvious, but
right.
a lot of people don't. And we have the 1991 Southern Baptist hymnal, which isn't the newest one; it's the best one,
Okay.
and we use that a lot. I also use digitalsongsandhymns.com. Digitalsongsandhymns.com.
Okay.
And what they do is you can have the notes and words up on your screen. And so for new songs that aren't in the hymnal, we put the melody line up there on the screen so that if you know how to read music, you can learn the new songs much faster.
I love that. I'm gonna have to check that out. I have
Words
some people.
only.
Yeah, I have some people that would love that have requested when we have a new song. Can we do that? And I haven't figured out how to get them on the screen, so I'll have to be checking that out myself.
Absolutely.
So that is awesome.
A great resource. It costs about $4.99 per song,
Okay.
and it's excellent for helping with songs that aren't in your hymnal. So
Great. Awesome. So
use it all the
check that out.
time.
That's digitalsongsandhymns.com.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And this will be the final question. At markjmartin.com, I'm trying to help other church musicians and music pastors lead church music with skill and authenticity. We want to do it well. We want to strive for excellence, but we don't want to lose our hearts. We want to keep the focus on worshiping God and doing that authentically from our hearts. So I wanted to ask you here to close it out, what do you think, what do you believe is one thing that we as church musicians, music pastors, can do to lead our churches and the church music with skill and authenticity?
Emphasize text all the time. I think as musicians, it's easy to become so into the notes
Mm.
and the harmonies and the arrangements that we neglect to emphasize that our faith has been handed down with words. The Bible is all words.
Mm.
It's not. It's we don't have music notes
Mm.
in the Bible. We have text. So emphasize text, text, text all the time, and sometimes sacrifice your musical whims
Mm.
in order that the words are always supreme.
Mm.
And so sometimes I have to you know maybe not use an anthem that I may love it musically, but what will it actually say?
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
oftentimes I've had to make that call to always emphasize what we are singing and not just how we're singing it. And so
That's good.
I'm not going to do like anthems in foreign languages, even though I may love them. We want to sing with understanding always.
Very
Text,
good.
text, text, and I have helped my musicians. I hope help them to see that and to love words as much, or if not more, than the notes on the page. And that's huge. That's huge.
Very good. That's good stuff, man. Well, Zach, thank you for sharing some time with us today, and
But thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
it's been a very big help. I hope that you all who are still with us have seen that we don't have to change styles. That's not wrong necessarily. But the main thing is that we help people connect with the truth that they're singing, and that they're able to sing it. And so we thank you so much for joining us today, and we look
Sure.
forward to the next time. And Zach, it's been good to have you. And thank you so much for joining us, and hope that this Sunday that you are able to lead your congregation to worship God with skill, but also that we would do it with authenticity. Thank you so much.